Hello there, and welcome to today's prenatal yoga. Today, we are going to be focusing on some strengthening, some core work, and some connection to the breath and the pelvic floor. I have a couple of props with me today. I'm going to be using a bolster, which is sort of flat. You can replace this for blocks, or if you are practicing at home, you can use cushions, pillows, your breastfeeding pillow if you've already bought that. But a bolster. And then I've just got two blocks. So let's just first find a comfortable seated position. I like to elevate the hips by sitting on the block. And in pregnancy, sometimes belly starts to get in the way. And if that is you, feel free to just have an easy sit. So nice open hips. We're just going to take a moment here to connect to breath and to baby. So if it feels comfortable for you to close the eyes, feel free to do so. Place one hand at your heart center, one hand on your belly, and just connect here with the breath, not forcing it or changing it, just noticing it. And allow yourself to settle. If you're at that point in your pregnancy where you can feel kicks, flutters, lots of movement, it's a reminder that baby loves you, that your body is powerful and amazing and wonderful. And the most important thing that you can be doing right now is being here for yourself. So just try to stay present, allowing any fears, anxieties, stresses to just melt away for the next few minutes while we practice today. And now we're going to start to deepen the breath and really paying attention to it, manipulating it. We're going to inhale through the nose softly. Notice that hand on your heart center as it rises. And then notice how the air fills the hand around the belly. And as you exhale, the hand on the belly begins to draw in, and you hug the baby in towards you and allow all the air to come out of your body. Inhaling, filling the chest, the rib cage, the belly. Exhaling, softening the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Inhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Exhale, belly, rib cage, chest. At your own pace, continue inhaling and exhaling for a few more rounds. And as we do that, remember the inhale helps to lengthen the intercostal muscles. And as you exhale, you're engaging your deep abdominal muscles with this diaphragmatic breath. Inhaling, allowing everything to relax and soften. Exhaling. Beautiful. And beginning to just flutter the eyelids open. Take your right ear down towards the right shoulder. Feeling the gentle stretch through the left side of the neck. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, back through to center. Turning the chin now towards the right shoulder. Inhale back through to center. Exhale, turn toward the left shoulder. Good. Gentle neck rotation. So tucking the chin down towards the chest. Looking over to that right shoulder. And then down, tuck the chin. Look over towards the left. One more time each side. Tuck and round towards the right. Tuck and round towards the left. Inhale, we're going to take both arms up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the spine, look towards the fingertips, hug the baby in towards you. Exhale, take the right hand over to the mat, walk the fingertips towards the edge of the mat, lengthen through the left-hand side of the body, opening the rib cage. Inhale, back through to center, right arm comes up. Lengthen, exhale, take the left arm over, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling and then over the body, feeling that stretch through the right hand side of the body. Inhale, back through to center. Lengthen, take it over right hand side. This time, if you feel called to do so, you can place the forearm onto the floor, but keep grounded in that left sit bone. If not, we'll stay up here. We're going to do some nice big shoulder circles, really flowing with that inhale, taking the arm up and around. And allowing the hips to move, allowing a little bit of fluidity, welcoming your feminine energy. Good. And then swapping directions, rotating forwards, big shoulder rotations. Nice big inhale through the rib cage, through the side of the body. Beautiful. Taking one more big rotation. Inhaling up through center. Lengthen, exhale, taking it over. Inhale, rotating forwards this time. Allowing the hips to move. Allowing the rib cage to lengthen. And then taking it backwards. Our chests get tighter, our backs get a little weaker. We're trying to strengthen the back side of the body and open the front of the body, all while opening the side of the body. Inhale, take it back up through to center. Make your neck long, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bring the hands down. Beautiful stuff. Let's take it over into all fours. Remove any props that you need to. And if you have any wrist issues, an easy thing to do is just roll the front of your mat up, elevate the heels of the hands, and that usually just takes the pressure off the wrists. If all is okay, we're going to spread the fingertips as wide as you can. Stack your shoulders over the wrists and then make your knees and hips comfortable. So that might mean bringing the knees slightly wider or in line with the wrists. From here, we're just going to cat-cow, really nice and slow. So we're going to lift the chest, lift the chin, look up towards the ceiling, squeeze the top of the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then allow your belly to go, arch through the spine. Exhale, tuck from the pelvis first, then your mid-back, then your upper back. Hugging the baby in towards you, rounding through the spine. Look towards the knees or to your bump. Inhale, as slow as you can go, opposite direction. Exhale, tuck and round. Now stay in this rounded portion a little bit longer. And you're going to give me some circles with the hips and the shoulders in one direction. Good. Slightly making those circles a little bit bigger. Going towards the heels, still in that same clockwise direction. And then we're going to swap, staying in that rounded position, go into the left. So we're staying in this rounded position because we typically have more time in that anterior tilt, that sort of pregnant arched position. So we're just stretching the back out the other way. Good. And then coming to center. Now we're going to do a sexy cat or a skipping rope cat. So the elbows can bend a little, but we're drawing the chest down. We're allowing the spine to arch, and then we're going to round as we come through. So creating a little bit of movement and mobility. Good. And then resting from there, swapping directions like a skipping rope. Round through the chest and back. Good. Brilliant stuff. Just turn the wrists over. We're going to give them a little bit of a rest. So back of the palms onto the floor, fingertips pointing towards you. Press your hips back towards your heels. If this feels really challenging and the wrists are lifting off, just bring your hands a little bit closer to your knees, and then you can sit back a little bit more. Okay, back into that all fours position. From here, we are going to do a little bit of strengthening. So first, we're going to think about that connection breath. We're going to inhale and relax the belly. Let the belly fully go. No holding on to that belly. As we exhale, we're going to lift the pelvic floor muscles. Imagine there is a zip from your tailbone to your pubic bone, and you're lifting all the muscles between there. Then we're hugging the baby in towards us. Good. Inhale, let the belly go. Let the pelvic floor muscles fully relax. Nothing changing in the spine, just the belly. Exhale, lift through the pelvic floor muscles. Hug the baby in towards you. Inhale, let it go. One more time. Exhale, lift through the pelvic floor. Hug the baby in towards you. Now really press into the hands. We're going to extend our right arm out towards the edge of the mat. Wrist stays in line with that shoulder. Shifting all of the weight into the left hand, right knee. We're going to extend that left foot out. So when we now do our bird dog, we are only going to take the wrist towards the shoulder height, nothing higher. We are only going to take the ankle towards the hip height, nothing higher. So we're not breaking in the lower spine. Okay. Inhale, we're going to take it back to center. Good. Exhale, we're going to extend. Inhale, back to center. Hug the baby in towards you. Exhale, extend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, extend. Beautiful stuff. Swapping sides. Shift the weight over into the right hand and the left knee. Inhale, fully relax the belly. Exhale. Lift through the pelvic floor muscles. Hug the baby in towards you. Extend the left hand out towards the edge of the mat. Right toes out towards the edge of the mat. Inhale and take the arms up. Hold for 1 second. Exhale. Draw that belly in even more. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, left arm, right leg extend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right arm, left leg extend. Inhale, back to center. Right arm, left leg extend. Good, back to center. Brilliant stuff. Let's take our blocks and we'll make a little V shape with them. We're just going to place the upper arm onto the blocks. We are going to keep our hips nice and high. We're just going to stretch our chest and our back out. Good. So here, it's sort of like a modified puppy pose, a heart-melting pose. It allows for a bit of space between belly and the floor. And we're trying to get our knees in line with the hips if we can. Take a few breaths here, hands in prayer, pressing chest towards the floor. Maybe the forehead touches the floor, maybe it doesn't. Trying not to let the lower back arch too much. Still hugging that baby in towards you as you exhale. Inhale, let the belly go. Let those ligaments relax. Exhale. Opening the chest, feeling the stretch through the shoulders, staying grounded in the feet. Release the arms. Press yourself up gently. Bring the knees in closer towards you. Let's remove the blocks and then take it into all fours again. We're going to keep our left hand on the floor. We're going to loop that right arm through the hole in the center. Try and get the shoulder onto the floor. And then from here, just walk the knees back a little bit and then take them nice and wide, bringing the toes together. So having our knees out and our ankles in is mimicking a squat sensation. It's the external rotation of the hip joint, which helps the baby descend into the top of the pelvis. So inhale, we're going to take the arm up towards the ceiling if we feel grounded, if we enjoy this. Look up towards the fingertips if you feel balanced. And if it's okay, we're going to rotate that arm, take the hand behind us, and then open the chest. Look towards the shoulder, feel that chest opening. Enjoy the rotation. Our rib cages get so tight during pregnancy. And it's important that we lengthen, breathe. Release the hand, pressing yourself back up to center, swapping sides, right arm into the center, loop the left hand through. Look up towards the ceiling and extend those right fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, rotating the hand, bringing it behind the back. Lift the chest, look up towards the ceiling. Enjoy that stretching sensation. And remember, at any point, if this is too much or if the body feels restricted or tight, just go back one step. There are lots of benefits even to the beginning part of this rotation. Pressing yourself back up. From there, we're going to take ourselves into a 90-90 position so we can find some internal and external rotation of the hip joint. Coming up to a seated position, taking your right leg in front with the ankle and the knee in line with the width of the mat. Then the knee and the hip in one line, and then trying as best as possible to make the same position with the back leg. So ankle and knee in one line, knee and hip in one line, facing forwards. From there, we're just gonna have the hands behind us, keeping your feet where they are. We're just going to flatten the feet and lift the knees towards the ceiling, and then drop both knees, facing towards the left foot. Right hand comes behind us, opening the knees, facing towards the right. Left hand comes behind us, open to the left. Now we're going to spend a little bit of time in internal rotation. So I'm going to take my right knee up towards the ceiling, open the left, and then very gently drop the left knee down towards the floor. But what we don't want to see is that the sit bone lifts up and the hip lifts up. So we're just moving within the passive range of the body. Because you are pregnant, you probably have a lot of lax, and you can probably get that knee to the floor, which is fantastic. We want this for opening the bottom of the pelvis so that when baby comes out, we're pushing more with the knees together, the ankles out to open the bottom of the pelvis. Good, then dropping that right knee. Opening the left, bringing the right up, dropping the right knee in towards the center of the body. If there's anything that you do a little bit every day in pregnancy, please make it hip mobility, especially if we're hoping for that vaginal delivery. One more time. Right leg out, left knee comes in, right side. Last one. Left opens, right draws in. And to the side. Coming in for our pigeon. So a couple of different ways to adjust the pigeon. You can bring this left ankle in and first just focus on the back hip flexor. Bump is in the way. You can either take a block or a bolster and pop it under that left butt cheek if that is all the hip flexor will allow you to do. And then take your left ankle so it's in line with the knee, and then press the forearms forwards towards the floor. Now we have lots of space for bump, and we're really focusing on that glute. We want to make sure that we're not opening the hip and that that right hip is drawing forwards. If you have lots of space, lots of flexibility, you don't need this assistance underneath the left glute. Focus here now on your breathing. Maybe there is a little bit of bump touching the floor. It's okay. Maybe you can elevate yourself using block and bolster under the forearms. And from here now, we just find those micro movements. wiggling the hip from side to side. Maybe you want to soften, allow the body to melt in this position, finding length, finding softness. Pressing yourself back up, bringing the back leg in, and then turning towards the right foot. And then same thing, finding your pigeon. So first taking that left leg back, tucking that right foot in, focusing on the back hip flexor to begin with, and then moving that right foot up. Choosing your option, and then focusing on just a few hip wiggles, micro movements in the glute, in the hip, in the pelvis, allowing space for bump, and then allowing for softness. Good. And pressing yourself back up.